Welcome back, Insiders. Today we're going to take a look at the Marvel Select Daredevil from the Netflix series from a few years ago. Yes, I know finally we're getting to this, but things happen in life where the videos and the scheduling doesn't always mesh up. But luckily we're hitting this review today, so sit back and enjoy the Marvel Select Daredevil Netflix version review. As you can see, with most of the Select figures that are out on the market today, it's rather big in the packaging. The figure alone is 7 inches, which I'll show you later. But the packaging must hit at least a foot tall, 5 inches thick, and about 8 inches, 9 inches across. So it barely fits into my light box, but that's also because it has a backdrop and a stand and some accessories. So the first thing we got to do today is get this guy out of the packaging so we can get a better look at him. Alright, Insiders, welcome back. Now we have the Netflix Daredevil out of the packaging. We're going to start to take a look at what actually comes in the box for you. What we have is a 7-inch Daredevil figure. Very nice paint job, very nice sculpt. We'll get into that in a little bit. You also get 2 hands to replace the hands that are on there. These are used for gripping his batons, which you also get. Oh, down he goes. Bring him back up. One thing I've noticed so far, just by getting him out of the package these few minutes, is it's not very stable. It seems, and I've read this somewhere else, that he is taller on the right side than the left, and I'm moving into that direction to believe that. But back to the items. We have the batons that actually should go together fairly easily. A little tight there, but you have the baton sticks that break apart and go back together. In addition to that, let's take him out of there. In addition to that, you have a backdrop that you can put him on. 2 pieces. Little concrete, nice looking concrete sculpt there. And the backdrop is from, not sure which scene. I think it could be the elevator scene in one of the seasons of Daredevil. I have to check back, but it's a very nice background. In addition, we have a unit to hold up the figure and to display him, which we're going to do a bit later on. Okay, so you get a ample amount of items in this special Netflix Daredevil. Okay guys, let's take a look at the figure itself. I'll try to get up close for you. The sculpt on the head is done very well. You see actually the bright red eyes from the costume in the show. In addition, you see the stubble on his face, on his chin, which was apparent all through the program also. The flexibility, you have movement at the elbows, at the shoulder joints, the forearms rotate, the upper body goes up and down, the head swivels left and right. In addition, it does have some up and down movement to it. So if he's standing there, you can point him downward, or you can have him looking up. Okay, down at the leg area, nice sculpt. Again, we're going to get through that in a minute. You have the ankles move side to side. You have the knee joints, a little stiff, but you have the knee joints there. And you have the hip joints moving out and in. So all around there's nice articulation, there's nice sculpting. Now back to the sculpting, it's very color coordinated to what the Netflix costume is. Nice accents of red and black. It's like a deep red maroon. It also shows the boots, almost like combat army boots that he wore in it, complete with some tread on the bottom and the laces. Costume is showing some nice ruffling in the pants and the shirt. I've heard some comments from other places that he seems a bit too thin as a build. But if you look at the show, you're going to see that the actor Charlie Cox, who plays him, is not overly muscular. So you'll notice that if they molded this after that character, then he's actually the perfect figure and the perfect build for the Netflix Daredevil. So what I like to base my reviews on is a few criteria. how well the character matches the likeness it is intended to be, how much posability the character has or the figure has, and how much playability the character has. Let's first start off with likeness. Okay, as I already said, the facial sculpt is very nice. The costume is very nice. I mean, no one's gonna misidentify this as a comic book Daredevil who's all in bright red, all in one piece. The headgear, the eyes, all direct towards the Netflix Daredevil perfectly. So I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, we're looking at an easy 9 for likeness. Moving on to posability. Like I mentioned earlier, there is some problems with him standing upright. Actually, it took me about 30 seconds in between takes here to get him to stand upright. There is something off with his left legs. I'm not sure what it is. It seems to bend inward a little bit, which would make it slightly shorter than the other one, which in turn will make him off balance or topple easily. But for posability, once you do get him though, once you do get him, there are a lot of different moves you could put him in, a lot of different positions you can put him in. Once you add his billy clubs and his background, you can definitely change it up. So let's try to take off the hand. See how easy it is. They just pop right out. Right there. Let's replace it with the ones that have the gripping ability. Let's see what we could do with this guy. Okay. Now we add the billy clubs in there. Let's see how easy those go in. So far, no problems. So you have them there. You can pose them in that way, holding the clubs. You can lift up one arm further. You can keep one down. Multiple options for posability. Let's see what we could do with the backdrop while we're here. As you can see, I was actually able to put him onto the backdrop, leaving a little space for a villain or a sidekick. It's not too difficult to do. The unit to hold him up, as you can see when I take him apart here, just plugs in or positions into this back and into the back piece. And there's multiple options for posability here. It could fit into a little peg from here. A lower end, it could fit into the other side. There's also pegs that fit into the ground or the artificial concrete like that and can secure them. So there's multiple ways you can do that. So for posability, I would definitely give him, again, probably around a 9 or 9.5. As for playability, well, as you can see, he's standing there, which again, it took me about 25 seconds to get him to stand upright. But playability, you see his batons fit easily into his side holster there. Let me show you where they actually do so you can see. They hold nicely there. Playability, definitely there are loads of things you could do with him with other characters from the MCU or from other select figures. He's about 7 inches tall, so you would be able to match him up with anybody else in that height range. The actual scenarios are endless what you could do with them. Many characters can interact with them. I don't have any with me at the time, but any other Marvel characters would fit in equally well, or have them jump into the DC universe. Why not just mix universes if you feel like it? So playability, I think that's going to be a solid 10 for him. Alright, Insiders, before I give my verdict on this figure, I just want to give you a little background on the Netflix TV show. You know, while I glanced through all the material on Netflix, I passed the Daredevil series many times, and I just kept passing it by, until one day I decided, let me just get it going in the background while I was doing other things. And what happened was I saw the first episode, and within 15-20 minutes I was hooked. So one episode went to another, and like many people have said, it is one of the best shows you can watch on Netflix right now. I know you're talking 2015, I believe it was, when it started, but still, it's no excuse to skip this 3-season series. If you want to include the Defender series, that would be basically 4 seasons you could be watching of Daredevil. which I would highly recommend, by the way. And if you do watch it, watch Season 1, Season 2, then go to the Defenders, and then jump back to Season 3. The continuity would be a lot better if you follow it that way. Believe me, I skipped Defenders till the end, and I was wondering what was happening at the beginning of Season 3. So, do yourselves a favor, put on Netflix, watch Daredevil, it's well worth it. So, down to the final verdict. Where do we stand with this figure? Is it a buy, is it a wait, or is it a pass? Well, it's been on the market for a little while now. You could still get it for around $20 to $30. So availability is not bad, price is not bad. But I would suggest if you're going to pick it up, let's pick it up now, because you never know how price is going to fluctuate in the future. Definitely one to add to your collection, so I would definitely buy now if you can. No need to wait on this one. Pick it up. As for other figures in the line, I don't believe there's any right now on the Select brand that matches the Netflix. I think the Marvel Legends has a few with its own version of Netflix, Daredevil, and I believe Elektra and Punisher. But this is solely the one from Select. So I would say pick it up. Pass it by? I don't think so. Don't pass this one by. It's a great figure. If you're a fan of the show, which I think you will be after you start watching it, on my recommendation, I hope, then you'll have this to complement the show, and it makes a nice display piece on the shelf. As always, please, if you like this video, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of the video, what you'd like to see, what you would not like to see anymore, and what figures you'd like me to review in the future. I also like to review playsets and vehicles when I get the chance, so, you know, all recommendations are accepted. And please, if you like this video, please hit the subscription button and the notification button, and anything else you'd like to help out the channel would be appreciated. As always, have a great day, and until next time, enjoy.